Okay, everybody, I'm live. Fight is over. Come on, come on. Okay. You know, with this new Apple update, I don't know why it won't let me turn the phone to the side on StreamYard. They're gonna have to fix that. Because if I turn it, if for some reason it's just like this, what the fuck is that? Alright. StreamYard, either y'all need to do an update or something, cause alright. All the Canelo haters get here. Because everybody was talking. Hey, I know the Canelo haters wanted this man to lose so bad. So I would love to speak to some Canelo haters. Damn, what time is it? It's almost 1 o'clock. Yeah. Everybody's off tomorrow. Get your ass in here. And let's see. I have the I don't have my glasses on, but I'm trying to look at Twitter. I posted the link in the chat, so if anybody want to hop on, talk their shit, tell us why your guy Triple G lost, or if you wanna apologize to Canelo, King Canelo, you can also do that as well. Giving everybody a fair shot. Let's see. I've been drinking, so yeah. I heard there was a chupacabra that's also live. Girl, I saw that she put that shit right after my thing. Girl, you are obsessed. You fat, nasty hole. Oh, these racist bitches. So I'll wait for a couple of minutes for everybody to get it together, get here, see if anybody is brave enough to get on live. Let me see what they're talking about on Twitter, because it's all the Canelo haters are on Twitter. So I'd like to invite a few. Let me see if I can find some. I have my silk pajamas on. You know, celebrating Canelo. So yeah. I don't like this new update on StreamYard. Is everybody sleeping? Come on, people. Somebody be brave enough to come up here, and a Triple G fan, and let us know what happened tonight. Was it the age? You know, I'm not gonna bash them. I'm definitely not going to bash anybody for being older, because Triple G and I are actually he's 40, so I'm actually a year older than him. Actually, exactly a year, because his birthday is the day before mine. So when he turns 41, I turn 42. So I'm not even gonna do any ageism here. So we have Fast Reed. Let's see. Hey, how you doing?
I'm good, ma'am.
Oh,
One second. Give me
this is clever. I'm like, who the I know your voice.
give me one moment, ma'am. One moment.
All right. Hey everybody. Yogi, MJ. Triple G is only 40-year-old boxer who could hold his own with Canelo. Aside from Floyd, Triple G's body wasn't doing what his mind told him. Age stops for no one. Yeah, and I feel so bad for him too. I like Triple G, but I'm just a Canelo fan, so I already knew he was gonna give him the business. And I feel something extra for Triple J, because his birthday is the day before mine, and I'm 1 year older than him. So but Buddy I think it might be time to hang it up if you lost a step. I'm pretty sure you made some good money in this fight. Sergey Oficial, who won. Canelo, hello. Hey, HLD, how you doing? I've been drinking, so if I slur, But I don't get drunk though. I always get tipsy. So if I mispronounce a word or something like that, don't get in your feelings. Yes, you did. Um, hey, Ewan Donalyn. Oh, okay, that's my buddy from Twitter, I think. How you doing? Uh, es más bella que triple. Gracias. Oh, in living Chrissy, I think you owe me $1. I think you owe. I think you owe myself, Esme, D Style. I don't know if you owe Nancy, but I know you owe us first three $1 for sure. Your guy went down, so go ahead and send that $1. Disappointing email card all around. What do you guys think? I don't know if it was like, we didn't have any like knockouts and nothing like that, so it's like, I guess it was a disappointing card in that sense because we didn't have any big action that happened. How you doing, Clever? How you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. Nike. I'm doing
You,
good. It's good,
is this a
good to
new?
see you.
Did you change your name? You changed your name on the
No,
StreamYard thing.
I didn't do that actually. My brother Fanon did that because that's my YouTube name.
Oh,
Pretty
okay,
much
okay.
everyone who ever sees me calls me that.
All right.
Shout out to the LDBC. Look, yeah, people.
Canelo
It's
fights
funny. People
Owens.
they can't get over the mustache, but doing something right. Doing something right.
I'll buy Canelo and give it away.
I literally just walked in my door. Watched the fight at a theater tonight with a
Oh,
friend.
did you? How was that?
Yeah,
I haven't done that yet, but I see a
first
couple
time
people.
actually. First time. Actually, I'm
Yeah.
lying. I've seen a Deontay Wilder fight in theaters. It was fun. Just okay, confession. I showed up for the main event, so I mean, it was whatever. It was whatever. Um, it left me with a bland taste in my mouth. But Canelo did what he said he was gonna do. He shut out Triple G and sent him in retirement. I thought, right?
Yeah,
Beat
I
you beat him
I
up pretty
agree.
bad. You beat him
Yeah,
up pretty
I
bad.
agree. I don't think I feel like Triple G was looking for that little extra step, and it's just Father Time said no, buddy. Let's have a seat.
I think
Uh, but I
I
hate
hate
to
to
I
say
hate
it.
to pick at the age because him and I are like the pretty much right there at the age. And I
No,
don't
you
want to tell
see,
nobody what to do because I don't know how he himself feels after he said he feels good after the fight, like he don't feel hurt or anything like that. So it's like I'm just telling you what the man said. And I don't think he
well,
got beat up like that, where he just had where we have to say retired. You
I
think
know.
so?
Well, yeah, I thought he
I
outclassed.
seen worse
I thought he
beatings.
got pretty outclassed pretty bad, and then uh,
He got outclassed, but he didn't get his ass beat like where we
he
just say, "Oh, he
he
beat
got
up."
he got beat up pretty bad. Not like
I've seen worse. I've
not
seen
like
worse.
his ass beat, but like he clearly got beat up. Like it
Yeah,
was like,
no.
oh wow,
But do you
you got
think
your
it's
ass beat, brother.
do you think it was a beat up where you say, "Oh, retired"? Like we've seen some really bad ass whoopers, and I don't know if that was one of them. And I'm a Canelo fan. And I don't know if that's one of the worst ass whoopers I've seen. You know. No, I don't.
Let me. I'm gonna sleep on it. I need to sleep on it because you just said something about age. You see, I think he's older than that. I think he's
No, he's 40.
I
I'm 41.
I
He's
think he's 45. I think he's
no
45.
no no
I
no
mean,
no
no,
no.
the way he was moving though, right? I mean, essentially he didn't do
45.
anything.
He said he's not
He
45.
barely had any effective aggression. Um, dare I say his game plan was to try to tire out Canelo, but like he didn't have anything, and then
But you don't.
I
I
don't know.
felt like he did pick his stamina and everything picked up in the second half of the fight. Um, which I thought it would, like the commentators had said, you would think it would be the opposite with his age. Like you would think he would try to go hard in the beginning and then slow down, but he looked like he was trying to make a comeback the second half. And he had more stamina, but I just don't think that he got beat up bad like that where I'm just like, you know what, this is your last fight. Triple G, sit down. Like, I don't know.
I think I don't know, Nike. I think uh, he had Canelo, like he had a few punch coming scenarios, like combinations there that he didn't finish, and I was like, especially the one. Okay, well, yeah, I'll go to it. The one where he had him on the ropes, where he clipped him, and he literally gasped, where he was like, oh, and he does that signature. He pushes his cup down. He didn't do too much of that tonight, but I thought just since his age is tiresome, he didn't do much. He just got outclassed, Micah, and then he took a lot on the face. He took a lot on the
Yeah.
forehead, took a lot in the face,
Yeah, I mean
and
his
then
face is gonna be lumped up, but I just feel like I've seen worse ass beatings,
you
and
see, I'm with G
out of
Edwards real fast. I thought the fight was going to be a draw. That was my
mm,
prediction. I was like controversial draw again, but 6 rounds into it, I was like, oh no, he's 45. He's not doing anything.
uh, he's
He's just
40.
hanging in
We're
there.
not
He's
gonna
just
we're not
hanging in
gonna do
there.
that to him. He's 40. He is 40.
Well,
Did Canelo make him look older? Probably so.
mm,
If you're calling him 45 because he is 40, Canelo might have made him look older, you know. But
mm.
I don't
Oh
know.
well,
I still think he
we're
has a
done with
couple of
him.
fights with him.
We're done with
Yeah.
him. We're done with him. We're done with
You
him.
could
No,
tell
we're
like
done
that.
with him.
Like
We're
Canelo
done
was
with
like,
him.
oh, glad this is over. Like he is done with this freaking, you know, this trilogy they had
Uh,
somewhere. He did not want this fight. He didn't want this fight.
uh,
He didn't want this
I don't
fight.
know.
He just
I
thought
don't know.
he signed for it with a part of a deal and a contract, but he didn't want this fight. He was done with it after the second fight. Yeah.
I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be on the real though. Like I'm gonna be real with you. Like I don't even care. Like it's hard for me to comment because I'm just like, what the heck did I just watch? I think I just watched like a really old guy get beat up and outclassed in front of a lot of Mexicanos, and then man,
Oh
Canelo
my
put
god.
that crown on, and I was like, what's up?
Oh my god.
No way, really? Really? They were that close? Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, so you didn't stay there for the.
No, I got up out of there. I
Like
got up out
before,
of there.
and so
That
you got
beer's
there
too
late.
freaking high.
Wait,
Yeah, I got
you
there
got there
late.
late, and then you left before the fight actually ended. Damn.
I live pretty close. I live in
Yeah.
like a little town, you know. I literally live like 5 minutes from the theater, so I was like, man, I'm getting up out of here. Let me go home to my doggies. Um, but Canelo beat his ass, right?
Yeah, he
Right?
did. Like I knew that he was going to, but I don't know
Yeah.
if this. I don't know if this is a Triple G sit down fight. I feel like he could go out with another fight and beat somebody, but not. It's not gonna be Canelo.
Like top tier talent, like a top five guy.
Maybe
Say,
I don't want to say top five.
say.
I'm not gonna say top five.
What about
Maybe top 10.
Nah, I was gonna say Android. What about yeah, Demetrius Andrade?
I would watch that fight, and you know what? Because I'm not really impressed by Andre. I'm sorry. So
He's really talented though. Will you admit
yeah,
that? He's
yeah,
really
no,
talented though.
yeah, he's talented, but I haven't been that big on him like that. Where I'm just gonna always pick him over somebody else. Like I can see Triple G giving him some work, some good work. You know?
Some decent work. I just think Demetrius Andrade's like crouching tiger, hidden dragon style, where he like crouches down, and does that whole little thing.
Yeah.
And it's like, bro, you're gonna sneak up on him? Like you're 168 pounds, I can see you.
See,
But
Brandon says top 8. He's giving him top 8. See, I didn't say top 5. I said top 10 maybe, but Brandon is going so far as to say top 8. So.
well, you think he would fight another Kazakhstan guy? Like Janet Beck or
Probably not.
someone who was on the card tonight? Or would
Nah,
he
I
pull
don't
a
think
Canelo and
so.
be like, I don't fight Mexicans? Would he say something like that?
Oh God, come on, get off of that. All right. I don't see him fighting Kazakhstan. I feel like if he knows he's going to uh retire soon, I would want to go out with a win. So if he can
Oh,
get some more,
so Gabe Rosado again.
Gabe Rosado, he's lost. What his last two fights he lost already, right? Because
Hmm.
he lost tonight and the last fight. And what's the one before? Yeah, so the last two fights. I don't know if I would watch that because I'm tired of watching Gabe Rosado throw his body in the war, in the war for you know.
He'll be okay
They
though. He'll
like
be all right.
when
He
they're
tells the truth.
matchmaking to do these cards, they're like, we need somebody in there who's gonna just take a banger, and then they think of Gabe Rosado, and then they throw him in
I feel like he, right? Yeah. With the exception of this last fight, I feel like he's stepped in to fight some people. Though, like the two fights before that, where like someone dropped out or something happened, and he just happened to be right there, and they called him in, and he
there.
did a lot better than expected. He just has a hard time finishing, putting together his finish. I thought. But quickly,
I actually saw him fight live at the
oh nice.
Barclays, and it was when he was fighting. Starts with an L. What's his name?
Hmm.
He's a brawler too. What's his name? Oh my god.
Hmm.
Lemieux.
Okay, not necessarily a brawler, but
I think he's a
yeah.
brawler. Like so when he gets in, yeah. And that
Okay,
fight,
maybe at a smaller weight, yeah, because
yeah.
I've seen him at the higher weights. He's like not there.
And you could I had good seats because if I go to a fight, I'm blind, so I have to. But you could hear every last punch between the two, like it was on surround sound, just in your own little bubble. That's how loud and hard those punches were. So Gabe Rosado has definitely sacrificed his body for this sport. Oh, he's been in some haymakers. So, because that fight right there, that fight with him and Lemieux, that was like, ugh.
Mm. I'm trying not to hate on Canelo right now.
I don't. Go ahead.
Because
You
I'm
know
just
what?
like,
Because I said I wanted Canelo haters up here because you guys owe him an apology, okay?
well, I
Because
don't
no,
no,
you guys owe
I
him
don't
an
want to hate
apology.
on. I don't want to hate on because it's his night. He beat that guy's ass. He sent
No, that's it.
Triple
But
G into
so you don't
retirement.
think you owe him an apology for the crazy stuff?
No, I'm a Canelo fan. Die
Oh,
hard.
are
Like
you
and love
sick?
him. Like and love him. But I'm just
I
critical of
could have
him.
sworn you
That's
were
all.
one of the haters. I could
No,
have
I'm
sworn you
just
were one of the
critical.
haters.
No, I'm just critical.
Okay.
Because
But you know what? I give you
I
that
want
because
him to succeed, and I want him to fight certain people. I want him to pass the torch. I want him to help those other guys instead of he
thank you.
just be on some BS sometimes. That's all. And I'm gonna call that.
No, I appreciate that you're tough on your own fighters then. Yeah, because
Yeah, everybody,
usually
even Errol.
we're blindsided and okay, so ooh.
Yeah, everybody.
So
Everyone can get
what do you
clever
think about
smoke.
the sources that came out that said that the fight's almost done, like they agreed to all the terms. Right now it's just like
Wait, let me check the comments and see if
so
Public
now it's just
Enemy at
like,
number
oh,
one is in there.
up to the lawyers to because you have been known and established as one of the people who don't think this fight is going to happen this year. So the
Correct.
first thing I thought of when I saw that, I was like, ooh, I wonder what Clever, what Clever thinks about this news. Because the fight's not signed or anything, so it's not finalized. But they agreed to oral terms, and they just have to have the lawyers sit through some things, I guess, and that.
But that's old news, though. Like we knew that. We knew that back in early
No,
June.
no,
Yes, we did.
they.
Yes, we
This is the
did.
first time
Yes,
I've
we.
heard that they agreed to all
So,
terms.
oof,
No,
you're late. You're 3 months late. We were
no, no, no,
talking.
no,
I thought
no. This
from
is the
my
first time.
sources, how she says it. They agreed on that stuff way back when, maybe in early June, like first week or two of June. Yeah,
So you
that's
say this is old news,
old
and
news.
and so now the lawyers are supposed to step in, and this
The
happened 3 months
lawyers.
ago. Yeah, because that's
Wait, the
what.
lawyers.
Yeah, that's what it said. Like um,
Wow.
yeah, that all the terms were agreed to, and now it was just up to the lawyers to kind of like cross the T's and dot the I's type thing, and that was it. It was they left it up like it was in the lawyers' hands. Like they have
My
to make
girls.
sure that everything is up on the up and up. So
Hmm. 1 second. Turn this light on real fast. Just getting up in here. It's gonna get bright. Whoa.
We
Um.
we don't fight young lions, which he don't fight young lions, which I don't respect. Are you talking about Canelo Warriors? Are you talking about Canelo or are you talking about Triple G?
Yeah. Who are you talking about?
Yeah, right? Who are you talking about?
But where were
Oh
we?
yeah, no, yeah. Canelo said he needs hand surgery. So
Really?
yeah, after the fight, when he did, the post fight interview, he was saying that he was fighting in this fight like so hurt that he couldn't even hold a glass cup. That's how bad his hand was, and he still fought. And he said, I'm a warrior. This is what I do, whatever. But his hand was really bad, and he still won the fight. So now that I'm thinking about it, if he fought Triple G with his broken hand, and he did what he did, then you know what? Maybe you might want to lean towards retirement, Triple G, because Canelo said his hand was pretty much broken. He couldn't even hold the cup, and he
This
still
is Triple
fought.
G or this is Canelo who said that?
Canelo said his hand is messed up, and so he said after this fight he's going to get surgery. But it was so bad that he couldn't hold the cup. So I'm saying to myself now, if he fought him with a broken hand and he beat his ass like this, then I gotta kind of reel back what I said about Triple G.
I would say PEDs, but I mean, he looked fine. He was swinging that thing. He was doing Regis Progrery like moves, right? You know how Regis does that, like boom, and pulls all the way back and like admires his work. He was doing a bunch of that, and I was like, man, I don't know, man. I don't know if he can be doing all that against top tier talent, but he's Canelo. He can do whatever the f he wants to do.
Your friend Crystal's in here. your bestie, Crystal. Crystal, if you want to come on, you're welcome. I'm gonna drop the link in the chat. If anybody else want to hop on and cry about Canelo or do whatever you have to do about Canelo, because I know he has a lot of haters that were out all week. Because you remember the video that he posted of him like still trying to cut weight. This week he posted a video of him in one of the sauna suits, and then he like lifted up the one of the pant leg, and all this, the sweat, everything was coming out, and the other. So everybody's like all in a frenzy saying, "Why is he still cutting weight at this last minute like this?" And it was so many crybabies on it, so it's not even funny. Oh my god.
Yeah, what I've been missing? I've been on Twitter Blue in quite a while.
Oh wait. You didn't even see. Hold on, let me see. I've been drinking, so I have to. I know I got some of this stuff bookmarked. Hold on. Let me see if fireworks is right. I think I saved that video of Canelo. So you didn't see the video of Canelo trying to make. Wait.
No, I didn't see that. But if he did, I mean,
Okay.
he probably was just showing his professionalism because Canelo doesn't really struggle. He doesn't struggle with weight.
Yeah, I've never seen. So I saw people were saying that. What is he doing last minute cutting weight like this? I'm like, oh my god, he's like, relax. So I'm gonna share the screen and see if I'm doing it right. Twitter, share.
Va a salir menos, pero la segunda vez.
Wow, is he other?
Yeah, that's probably like 5 pounds. He's fine. He's fine, Nike.
Well, I know
He just
obviously it was 5, but everybody was in a frenzy. Like, it was crazy. They were trying to say, they were like trying to make this a big deal.
Va a salir menos, pero la.
So yeah, they were trying to make that a big deal. That's why I put it up.
Yeah, no, he was just showing his professionalism and just getting some sauna suit insights. I mean, think about it. I mean, does he struggle with weight? Like, has he ever
No, that's why I was
mess up
like,
on the
why?
scales?
That's what I was
And
saying. Why is everybody hopping on this? Like, it's a big deal. Like, he's never had a problem making weight. So,
yeah, he's fine. He's fine. I don't know, but now I am gonna break out a little hate now. Would
it's,
you? I
so
mean,
HLD, I don't know where he got his sources from, but he says that Crawford is still demanding some concessions. Terms are not finalized. PBC and networks are frustrated and have given him a deadline of this week. I don't know. It's
I,
just so many different things.
I
Yes,
mean,
I hear nothing.
whatever,
Something. Chris was
whatever.
gonna
I
take a
mean,
shit.
whatever.
So this
Hey,
is a
Mr.
message to you
Craig. Mm,
from Krista on the screen.
I see it. I see it. I see it. She's
And you,
very adamant, and I admire her courage. I admire that. I
okay,
admire that.
okay.
I don't have any faith that the fight happens. Um, I feel like
Even
Terrence's
though,
actions, no, his actions have just they've been elsewhere and have just pretty much, the writing's on the wall. He's not trying to get this fight. He doesn't want the fight.
why you
Uh,
keep saying that?
that's my opinion, but I mean, whatever. You know, I'll keep saying it. I will believe it when Errol puts it on his Instagram, when Terrence puts it on his Instagram, when Steven Espinoza and PBC put it on their social media outlets. Then we'll know. But everything else, people just be talking, Nika. They just be reaching. They just be saying this, that, and the other. I mean, they could be right, but it still sees the day, right? It hasn't. It's funny, like that news you just asked me about earlier, how it got dropped. What was funny to me is that okay, but you still didn't say the fight was happening. So I was like, all right, it has been elsewhere. Yeah, because
And
you
it's the way
guys.
you say
That's
this so nonchalant.
because you guys are man. It's they and yeah, like the people over there just take stuff too personal, and no beef, no shade. I'm just not trying to engage with all that. So uh, I hope, yeah, not forget it. Yeah, we ain't getting that fight. The boy don't want it. He doesn't want it,
It's
unfortunately.
I don't know why you feel that way, because he's been trying to make this fight happen. So,
He's been
like,
promoting himself as of lately, but I mean, what's the holdup then, Nika?
well, then I'm just going by what the news is reporting. They're saying that
No,
all terms were agreed to, and then it was just up to the lawyers to kind of like iron out some stuff. But they were saying like that Crawford like reluctantly agreed or something like that, because the numbers weren't in his favor. Which, from with all the reports I'm reading, that's if he accepted what he accepted, they can't say this man didn't want this fight or didn't want this fight to happen. If the numbers are like what they're reporting.
I didn't say they said that. I said that he doesn't want it. So I don't want to put words, on them or they or the entities there. But what did you think about Errol coming out and saying that? Um, I don't know that this came from him, but maybe some
So then,
handlers
so
of
then,
his.
so then, so then, why you saying?
No, 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 no. I'm asking. What did you think of him saying he's fighting on in November with or without you? What did you think about that?
Did he tweet that?
I don't know. Someone mentioned that in one of my boxing circles, and I didn't really bother to ask, like, did he
So where
say
did you
that or
hear?
did that come from?
Cause
Like I said,
I
I
didn't
heard
see
that in
it.
my boxing circles.
Yeah, so because I didn't see that, so I was trying to see like I was gonna look up his Twitter right now and see if that's what he tweeted or something, because I didn't see it. So I don't I,
Hmm,
I can't tell you how I feel about it because I didn't see it.
gotcha. Okay, we'll come back then.
I'm gonna
Uh,
look. I'm gonna look. You don't know where you said this was from this source in a group or something
go.
like that. So they
No, no,
didn't
no, like
say
the
he
people
has to
who I
say
talk to on the
somewhere to
regular.
get that information, no?
Yeah, yeah, but I was saying I get that from my boxing friends who I talk with in those circles. That's what they're saying. And I was kind of like, oh.
I'm trying to see if he put that on his social media.
Go look at
I'm looking at his Twitter now.
Yeah, since you're on Twitter, go look at Fight Hype afterwards and look at one of their last Spence Crawford tweets when you get the chance.
Yeah, because I don't see anything on Errol's thing.
It's really, really depressing.
FightHype.com.
First of all, I don't have any sources.
No. Are you talking about the last tweet they said? The last tweet they had up there of the Spence thing? Because I think I felt like
what's
this
it say? What's
it
say though?
I think they were trolling when they did this. They said, "Oh no, just received some bad news."
Yeah, that
Spence one. Yeah. Okay. Let me.
No, but that got released after.
I know after the thing.
Mike
But that's
Caffinger.
why I feel like that they were trolling. I feel like they were trolling. Yeah, you don't agree.
I mean, no. I mean, Nika, what can we say? What can we say? I'm not claiming to know anything. Not anything that y'all don't know already. So yeah, that one. Oh no, just received some bad news on Spence versus Crawford. Everybody, cross your fingers and hope that it gets finalized because as of right now, it's not done yet.
But they just
16th.
repeated.
Thursday.
Whoa, yeah, this came out after that other.
No, it's Friday.
So when I saw this, I was just like, I feel like they were trolling when they tweeted that, because I'm just like, it's kind of the same news that was already put out there, except for it's not done yet. I was like, yeah, we know that.
I also heard something through the sound waves that someone mentioned that they were waiting on Errol to sign, and that kind of struck me for a little bit. I was like,
oh, of course.
I was like, Errol, wow. What do you think about that?
I heard that. I saw that too in boxing groups. I haven't saw an official source. I've seen Facebook groups but they all come from Spence fans. No, from Bud fans. Like, it's always, if somebody's reporting something in the boxing groups of a fighter, it's because they're like the opposite. Like, you need to. Are you on Facebook?
Yeah. No, I'm not actually. I deleted it.
Yeah.
I deleted it. No, I deleted it to make room on the phone. Again, see people talking, they reaching.
Yeah, well, no, especially in the boxing groups. That's why I said that, because they don't even say they have sources. They just say stupid shit, and then people just depending on who you're cheering for, that's how they jump onto the information.
Let's play a little hypothetical then. If we don't get this fight this year, who does Bud fight in the coming 6 to 8 months?
I don't know. I don't want to see them fight nobody else but each other. So somebody asked me the other day.
No, that's what you want. But I'm asking you hypothetically, who's on the list? Because I was looking at the list the other day. You got Keith Thurman, you got Ugas, you got Boots, Virgil Ortiz, Connor Ben. Give me one more. I said there should be one more. It's gotta be one more. Oh,
nobody wants to watch it.
Rashidi.
But nobody wants to watch him fight anybody else but Spence. So I don't even want to bring this hypothetical, put that shit in the air.
Well,
you just don't believe the fight's not gonna happen. So it's like,
no, I don't.
We're not gonna put bad juju on it.
I don't think Terrence wants to fight him. I really don't think so.
Do you
not because he's scared or anything like that, but just you don't want to fight him. It's a bad time to do so. Spence not fixing to give them true story as of that date. Official done, not complete. I don't know what that means.
But because the Fight Hype pages you just told me to look up, they pretty much reported what was already reported out there. So I don't understand what was the purpose of their tweet, because they said, oh no, bad news. So like they had more information, but they didn't list it in the tweet. So it's like the same information they tweeted is what we already knew. The fight's not done. So.
Blood fixing to fight Spence. I don't think so, Crystal. I don't think so.
What you don't think?
I was responding to your last little tweet there, or comment.
Which one?
The last one. You say he's about to fight Spence, and I was like, I don't think so. I don't think so.
Mr. Bass, am I supposed to call you Mr. Bass or Mr. Clever?
Whatever you like. No, it's not. Don't act like you don't know me. You know me.
Oh, I'm very familiar with your damn face, but I'm just curious how I need to
address him.
Address your name. Today it'd be Mr. Bass or Mr. Clever.
Whatever you call me there. We'll stick with Mr. Clever.
Mr. Clever. Okay, so Mr. Clever, I hope you understand that this fight is fixing to happen. So I don't see the necessary narrative to push anything different.
You've been saying that for quite a while now, ma'am.
I sure have. So hopefully you will understand, and someday you become a believer in the truth.
No. Terrence doesn't want to fight him.
You out of your mind.
He doesn't want to fight him.
I'd be worried about your mental health occasionally.
And because he says this with like such conviction, like you know, like you've heard him say that. Like,
okay, well let's break this down, ladies.
Oh boy, here we go.
What have you seen? His actions that will lead you on that he wants to fight.
For potentially 4 years, he have been saying this.
Fight me now, Errol. Now. But what did Errol say, Crystal? What did he tell Terrence and company?
He said, "Get a belt."
No.
Yes, he did.
No.
This is on the record, Mr. Clay.
Yes, he did.
You out of your mind if you don't believe that.
Okay.
Oh my God.
I'll take that. But
finally,
what did he tell him? What did he tell him that I'm not going to fight you right now? Why did he tell him that? What did he say?
Because I need to clean up my side of the street.
And what does that entail? What does clean up the street mean?
He need to clean up his side of the street, so he get a belt for all of the PVC fighter. So he do that.
Okay.
Yeah. Now
we're here.
4
years later, we're here. It's time now.
Yeah.
He called out Bud, right?
Well, to be fair, Bud be calling him out also. So they both be calling each other out.
No.
Como chingados? No, chingados. No, my man.
We're up to date now. We're current.
People don't know how funny Chris is, yo. I swear to God.
We're on a clean slate here.
A clean slate will say, Mr. Cleve, look at the news. For the love of God, the news will tell you what you need to know. Even Mr. Mike Carpenter say it's fixing to happen.
Mike is wrong about a lot of things, but he's also right about a lot of things, but he's also wrong about a lot of things.
Okay, you just be talking in circles again. Come on now, Mr. Cleve. Part of me wants to take the B off and call you Mr. Ass right now because you're such a non-believer.
Oh yeah. Chris is crazy.
I just be speaking the truth, even though Mr. Clever he like to claim he know the truth as Mr. L Spence. That's okay. I'm okay with you believing in him because I'm a believer of Mr. Spence also. But I do not believe that Mr. Spence would beat my guy, Mr. Crawford, when they get in the ring together. So did you want to still push your narrative? I'm still answering your questions. I'm available.
Sure. Yes. So fast forward to September. I'm sure it's 18th where you're at, but we'll still say the 17th. Fast forward to September 17th. What is the holdup, ma'am? How come
There's no
you
hold up.
you
You listen to Miss Naka, right? You get on her show, you show your face, she tell you the
there's no
materialistic
hold up?
part. Listen, the materialistic part of the fight have been agreed. Okay,
What
we
is,
know this.
what does material what is that? That
Okay,
sounds like a white
okay.
man term. Like
White man paperwork, is that what you're referring to?
Oh my
Because I
yeah,
can speak that language also.
what yes. What does that mean?
So, in order
god.
for the gloves to be arranged,
Uh,
the network,
the network.
possibility of a split, all of this have now been agreed.
There's only one
Now,
network. What who's Showtime
will
splitting with?
will you please? You ask me a question. I'm trying to answer. Could you stop? Refrain yourself from commenting for a second. So
Hmm.
now this materialistic agreement have been made. So they send the final paperwork to the attorney. Part of making sure your contract is valid, it have to go to an attorney. At this point, the attorney will look over it, they will comb through the pieces and finalize the business. Right?
So we had to announce that we're gonna let our lawyers do the rest now. You know, just an update, guys. So
I
we're gonna let
mean,
our
when you
lawyers do it.
close, when Mr. Bass or Ass or Mr. Clive, whatever it be today, when you
Hey,
close on your
you don't have to
home,
be rude in front of Miss Nika and her audience.
no, listen. If I
I
see
have
you
not
in
cussed
person, I will
you.
say the
I've
same
not
thing.
been
The
mean to you,
same
but I've
thing.
not cussed you.
Oh my god.
Come on
No,
now.
I not be cussing at you. I never cuss at you.
No, she
Well,
has.
what is calling me an ass?
Oh
Since
no,
when is
yeah,
that
oh
not?
yeah, all right, yeah, sorry.
Well,
She just started doing it because this
I
is the
tell
first
you,
time your name been like that on
I
the screen.
feel like removing the letter B. Okay,
That-
so I
Yeah.
feel like that. Anyway,
Mm.
have you ever purchased a home?
No, no,
Okay,
no,
put it on your
no.
bucket list,
I'm
please,
renting.
because
I'm
when you
renting right
purchase
now.
a
So
home, you typically you take your paperwork to the attorney or someone who will comb through the contract to make sure you are not getting a poor end of the deal, right? And they will say, yes, Mr. Clever, it is okay to proceed. And this is how the business is finalized.
okay, but we're getting the fight, right?
Absolutely. So I expect to see you there in November.
No, you won't see me there. But uh, when shall we expect it? Late November still, like you guys are saying.
Well, I would like you to make a post-it. Please put my name at the top, Crystal. And then following that, put the date November 19, 2022, and then put Crawford versus Spence. If you see
I'll
that
put it
on
on
the
calendar.
national news that this is happening, then take a photo of the post-it and put it on your page so that you can understand that it is truly happening.
Mm. Do you have an inside source who says that's for sure? Just asking. Just wondering. Because I'm certainly not out here double downing on dates like that. Because I don't know those things. But I'm just asking you. Do you have an inside source who's telling you that for surely on November 19th, Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford will be getting it on?
Well, I never claim to have sources, right?
No, no,
But
no, no,
I
no, no,
will
no. That's
tell
not
you
what I
that
asked you,
I
though. That's
don't
not what I
have.
asked you, though, man. That's
You
not
just
what I asked
asked
you.
me if I have a
No,
source, an
I
inside
asked you,
source.
yes. But you're saying I never claimed. I just asked if you had one. I never said you had any or didn't have any. That's why I was asking you.
Right, and I'm telling you, I'm responding to you and saying I never claimed that I have an inside source.
Hmm.
I just ask you to write those details down on a post-it note so you can remember.
I got a great memory bank, but I got a calendar in my room that I'm going to be sure to write that down.
Well,
Capital C for Big C.
yeah, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, Big C. And the big fight date. And when it gets announced, you told me to take a picture and put it on my social media so
Mr.
you can see
Clever,
it.
is this lad, Mr. Warriors, he your friend?
Who's this?
He,
Warriors.
yeah,
Warriors
Mr. War.
boxing.
He also believed that don't, but do not want the fight. Do you know why?
No, but he's a friend of the chat. and salute to you, Warriors Boxing LLC, sir. But no, I'm just going off Terrence's actions, and then you know how I felt coming into the year. You know, I said inside the ring he's a killer, but outside the ring he's a little loose and delirious.
Why you
So,
think he lose? Because I'm not finding that.
because discrepancies always come up when it comes time for him to fight somebody. There's always issues. And if I want to compare him to Errol, no issues. Pretty easy going. Everyone gets along. They sign the dotted line, moving forward. But with this guy, again, it's a bunch of discrepancies and negative news.
Salute, David.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you will be negative toward Bud Crawford regardless of what happens.
I'm no.
Perhaps
Why would you say
let me
it?
do
Now,
this
why would you
narrative.
say an ugly thing like that about me? That's not true.
Well, this is true because you claim you claim to me that he is a loose gentleman outside of the ring. Part of
Yeah,
me want to say,
his
first of
business
all, you don't
acumen
know the
sloppy.
lad. Secondly, you just speculating.
Speculating. Okay.
Yeah, because you clearly are not at any of the negotiation table when Crawford is sitting there. So
No,
I'm not
you're
sure
right.
why
I'm
you
not
call
there.
it loose.
You're right. I'm not there. And
Thank goodness,
but just
because I would be appalled if he never sent his paperwork to an attorney or a lawyer of some sort to be finalized.
right. Coming back to those material terms, uh, didn't they agree upon that stuff early in the summer, like 3 months ago?
Again, perhaps you misunderstood what I say. I was not at the negotiation table either.
No,
So
no, no, no. That's not what I'm asking you. I'm talking about news we already know. I'll ask again, though.
wait a
I
second.
said,
News you already know. You know news because earlier
yeah,
you don't know news.
everything I've ever said about the fight is public knowledge, or these negotiations, public knowledge.
No.
They want to David Avalos wants to know if you guys don't mind sharing your Twitter handles.
Well, Naka, if you know how to do that, that would be fine because I do not know how to do that.
Okay. Well, no, I guess your Twitter like your name. So your
Yeah, I
name
can't put
on
it in the
Twitter.
chat though.
Oh. I forgot. I think is your Twitter handle C Manzo on Twitter, Crystal? The same. I forgot. But if you guys wanna,
Oh, we lost her. Dang it.
oh, Crystal Manzo.
Come on back, Crystal. How much internet you think they got out there in Iowa?
You're not crazy.
Not much, huh? Mm. Mm. I got to give it to her though. She really thinks this fight's gonna happen.
Well, it's not a matter of thinking, Mr. Cliff. Here we go again. It's a matter of common knowledge. I think you know this fight fixing to happen, and you just push your narrative
No,
because
I
you do
don't.
not want to be
I don't.
incorrect.
I don't. Yeah, you've tried to say that about me before in the past. No, ma'am. My opinion is I don't think it's gonna happen because I think his business, talking about Terrence's business acumen, is not there. It's not there at all. And then him coming into the fight very loose in a bad spot, no backing. He was suing his former promoter. I'm still trying to figure out the leverage that he's got. And
Clearly,
then
I have an issue with potentially you speak a lot of you know this, you know that, but I have a hard time believing you know a lot of the business side of boxing, to be very honest with you.
like what business? You have to be yeah, details please on that. Because I'm trying to figure out like I've never, I'm going to use that C word you mentioned earlier. I've never claimed to know more than anybody within amongst our boxing circles that we talk to.
Okay,
In fact, I am.
that is part of the problem. You speak a lot of circles. So you say, well, I be listening to Steven Espinoza, I be listening to this guy, this guy, this guy.
Right.
And in reality, I don't think this is true either. I have a hard time because I be seeing Mr. Steven Espinosa in person, and you not there.
Okay, that's fine. Can I make an interpretation? When I listen to Stephen talk and try to
Sure.
connect dots. Okay, then
You,
that's what I'm
you
doing,
you you can say that, but you can say, well, my opinion is, rather than
and I
this is what
usually do.
Espinosa
I
say.
usually
Because
do.
no, you say this is what Espinosa say, and then you be talking circles because we all cut you on it. In
like
particular
like
myself,
like
because I
what?
can't
Like
help
what?
myself.
Like what? What have you caught me on? What have you caught me on? What have I been
Espinosa say
wrong
he don't want to pay this fighter. You say that one time.
about? Who you're gonna have to?
And you say one time Espinosa do not want to pay the Crawford. This is not true. You know this.
I think you misinterpreted me when I said that.
I think someone want to know if you watering your plants. I'm not sure why I see that, but
Hotep Shalom. Hmm. You're supposed you're supposed to be peace, Shalom. Hotep, you're supposed to be peace, man, not hating. But uh,
you the biggest hater I ever met in my life,
um,
Mr. Clever.
when did I say Stephen doesn't want to pay Terrence? You're
You
gonna have
say
to
this
do.
a long time ago. During May and June when I be telling you this fight fixing to
But
happen, you say
that's
no, 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 no.
now I'm gonna disagree with you. That's not what I said. That's not at all what I said, ma'am. I
Okay,
think you.
please fill me in, and then I will pull up my receipt someday when I have time to do that.
Um, because we've done this a million times. I
I
have to.
know it's
I
getting
mean, we've
really
done this.
old.
It's old, man. It's old, and like, okay, okay. We'll I'll try to make a long story short. Okay, okay. I got it now. I got it now. I got it now. Okay. So coming into the fight, Crystal, Terrence's markability was an issue. Uh, a big issue to the point to where when it comes to his leveraging and negotiating tactics, because we're talking pay per view, right? What is pay per view? Pay per view is a main event that you and I and everyone else have to pay for, and they have to promote that. Usually, when a pay per view event comes, there's an A side and a B side. Yes, things can be split down the line, but usually um, there's a bargain there, so meaning someone's going to be bringing something, someone's going to be bringing lesser of something. Now let's put names and yeah, let's put names to it. Now you got Terrence Crawford, you have Errol Spence Jr. Errol Spence has become a draw in boxing over the last 3 and 4 years respectively. So since this fight is pay-per-view, he comes to the table bringing his drawness, bringing his championship belts, and bringing his backing with PBC and Steven. And when I say Steven, Steven's a part of the Showtime, the main distribution who's going to present everything. Errol and Terrence, they're the fighters. They're their actual commodity. They're going to bring themselves. Steven and company is going to present that to the viewers like us. So since we would you or no, I'm not gonna ask you that. I'm just gonna keep going. So the A side in Errol, right? Right? Terrence is the B side, right? Since Terrence is the B side, his obligation is to negotiate not well yes, negotiate is the word, but to get the A side to agree to what he wants. From my understanding, Errol has agreed to everything that Terrence wants. Um, you fast forward to just these last couple months, it's been the issues of guarantees and just money. Now, again, I'll take you back to the pay per view. We're talking pay per view. What did I say at the beginning of this? I said that Terrence's marketability, his leveraging in pay per view, is not up to date, not up to par. Also, I forgot to mention this at the beginning. Steven, his handlers, they being the main distribution center there, they have they have put up the money, the necessary money to present us. So um, it's up to the fighters and their handlers to negotiate a split on what's coming from the actual pay-per-view and the gate and etc. Things like that. You follow me, Crystal?
I'm following all of these words that you're using way too
Okay,
many of.
I was
but you do
gonna
follow me
agree.
though.
I have to agree.
You do follow me though. No?
I follow the fact that you're using a lot of words to say a little bit of nothing because we passed all of that now.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So I'll cut it short then. So what is the freaking holdup then, ma'am?
I told you already. Please listen clearly. The fact that the attorneys have to sign the finalized paperwork.
Why would they tell us lawyers are doing that?
That's it.
I mean, why wouldn't they, Mr. Clive? I don't understand what you don't understand about this.
No lawyers were mentioned for Fury Wilder. No lawyers are mentioned for this fight tonight we watched with Canelo and Triple G. No lawyers are mentioned then. No lawyers mentioned with Anthony Joshua and Usyk. I mean, I could go down the list from the last couple of years of all these fights happening. No
You
lawyers have
truly
been
believe
mentioned.
these boxers do not have attorney or lawyer of
No,
some
no,
sort?
no, 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 no,
Each
no,
and
no,
every
no,
one
no,
of
no,
them
no, no,
do.
no, no, ma'am. That's not what I'm
Whether they
asking you.
announce it or not is up to the fighters, right? I don't give two shit.
So Errol Spence. No, I'm not going to use him. So Terrence said it's okay to mention this type of information that we're
Well,
talking about.
here's the thing.
No, I'm just asking. I'm just asking. Just asking.
I'm saying to you, here's the concept. Mike Carpenter put this information out there, right? I would assume, I would
Put
like
that
to
tweet up, Micah.
presume
Put that
that
tweet up, Micah, will you?
Which
Thank you.
one?
The one that Mike Cap recently put up, the one that's got everyone in a frenzy.
I got.
I want to read that.
you're the only one in a frenzy.
Am I?
Yeah, because I know for a fact this fight fixing to happen. If it do not at this point, it is because there's an injury beyond someone's control.
There's an injury beyond someone's control?
Perhaps you do not recall the Pacquiao and Ugas fight. Prior to that, it was meant to be uh 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 Ugas, Spence and Pacquiao. Spence, he incurred an injury that was out of everyone's control. So then they have to move forward, right? And Pacquiao fight Ugas rather than Pacquiao fight Spence. So this was something out of their control. There's nothing any side can do about it, right? So at this point, Crawford and Spence will be fighting unless perhaps there's an injury out of anyone's control who have the narrative.
Does Arrow have an injury that we don't know about?
I do not expect either fighter to have an injury. What I'm hoping for and wishing for is that both fighters come 100%. There's no doubt in my mind this fight will happen.
Sounds like you were speaking in circles there, man, because I don't think injuries really matter at this point.
What do
Let
you
alone,
mean?
let alone, I mean, you went from lawyers to injuries.
So this is what I'm saying. The finalized paperwork will be done within the next few weeks, right? Perhaps this is true what one lad wrote. I do not know that give him a time frame. A time frame. There's a time frame that the lawyers have to respond, right? So at this point, I do not feel this fight will not happen. I feel it will 100% happen unless there's one injury from either party that will prevent the fight from happening. But that will be later in the road once camps start.
Okay. I'm gonna read
I am
this tweet real
covering.
fast.
I am covering 100%
This
of my bases, Mr. Cliff.
I'm trying to. I'm trying to just break
You
it
have a
down to where I'm
difficult
coming
time with
from.
that. I know.
I'm not. You just keep thinking I'm hating for calling it like it is.
Well, you are a
But
hater. There is no doubt about that.
okay. Errol Spence Jr. and Terrence Crawford have agreed to all material terms for a fight for the undisputed welterweight championship targeted for November 19th in Las Vegas. Sources tell ESPN. No signed deal yet as lawyers clean up legal language in agreement. Why is ESPN talking about PBC? A
First of all,
PBC
why are you?
Showtime fight.
Hola, Nika.
Oh, hey,
Hey, how
someone
you
else
But
here.
doing? Yes.
look, I'm gonna say both you guys are right on the knowledge that you guys only have, but at the same time, both of you are kind of wrong because it's just based on what you're getting from the news on the outside. It's not that you know somebody what's going on the inside of the business.
Perhaps.
The targeted date of November 19th, I've already known that over 2 months ago. That was
2
the
months.
targeted date 2 months ago. The targeted
Okay.
date of November 19th. Obviously, the negotiations have to come into play with the money and whatnot. It was thought to believe that it was to be already all in agreed terms. The problem is we're already about 8 weeks away from that November 19th date. Crawford is still demanding other concessions on the back end of this. PBC does not
Demanding what,
have
H? What is he demanding?
those. Well, hey man, that's that. I don't know the details of the pocket picking or what's going on. That's their business really. But he's still demanding other SQS things that he wants. One of the things that was going on for the past 2 months is PBC wanted this fight to happen in Texas, Dallas Stadium. Crawford did not want that. He wanted a neutral site. Right now, at this late stage, they don't have a site in Vegas. I don't know why they don't have a site in Vegas. I do know that PBC has a stadium set up for November 19th in Atlanta as we speak. Now, if they want a fight to happen with Crawford and Spence and Vegas, that takes time if they're going to need to then buy somebody else out who's got that date of a stadium in Vegas. That can happen, yes, but that takes time and that takes money. So at this point, they have until this next week to make these final decisions because you're just not going to get another stadium overnight if it's going to be in Vegas just because you say, okay, we agree. It doesn't work that way. Yes, Crystal's right. Just like you're buying a home, when you make a proposal, there's things that hey, I want the refrigerator. I don't want the refrigerator. We got to fix the roof and shit like that. There's little details that come into play. She's absolutely correct. And yes, always there's lawyers reviewing these contracts. But at this point in time, it's just
But
that.
real fast, sir.
Yep.
Haven't we known lawyers are involved in this the entirety?
The
No, no, no,
terms.
no, 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 no. I'm gonna say it again. Haven't we known lawyers have been involved? Can't even say the word involved the entire time, the entirety of this.
When it comes to the term sheet, no, because that's not a contract.
Back up and answer the question, sir.
I
Haven't
don't
we
know who I don't
known?
my man. I don't know who the fuck you think
I'm
you're
gonna
talking to.
third
And
time,
don't
third
tell
time, third
don't
time.
tell
No, third time. I'm
don't
gonna
tell me
ask
this
you,
backup stuff, bro. I'm gonna
sir.
tell you that right
I'm
now. I'm gonna you change that shit, bro. I'm gonna tell you that right now. You change that
H.
shit. I'm trying to give you what I know of
I'm
knowledge
gonna
from the
ask you one more
inside.
time, sir. I'm
Well
gonna ask
then
you one more
fuck up.
time.
I don't gotta
I'm
answer to
gonna
you,
ask
man.
you one
Who
more
the
time,
fuck you
sir.
are, man?
It's a question.
No,
Calm
no, no,
down.
no. One more time, I'm telling you, I don't give a fuck what you got to say, man. You don't talk to me that way, my man. I don't know who the fuck you think you're talking to.
All right, guys. I don't want this. This is just boxing. I don't want anybody's.
Nika, who's this guy? Like, what's his problem? What's his deal?
Dude, you're the weirdo on the
Well,
screen here,
he come
bro.
in to
What have
try
I
to
said?
explain
What have I
a
said?
narrative.
What have I said to you to get you that pissed off?
The way you're gonna think you're gonna condescend when you speak to me, I'm gonna tell one more
There's
time who
no
the fuck you are,
condescending. No,
bro. Dude,
I said back up and answer the
That's not.
question
That's
because
no
you
back
didn't
up.
answer it two
That
times that I
no,
asked you.
my man.
I didn't know saying
Stop,
back up is rude.
stop. You're not a prosecutor. You're trying to fucking what the fuck, bro? What the fuck is wrong with you? That's not the way you talk to anybody.
Cleve,
To
just let
anybody.
him finish.
You're trying to act polite, but you're not, bro. As far as attorneys, yeah, attorneys can be involved in the beginnings of terms of being proposed, but normally they're not. The term sheet is thrown to the team, to the management. They look it over. Yeah, I like what's going on right here. All right, draw up the contract. That's why when you buy a house, like Crystal was saying, you have an attorney to review the whole contract before you even sign it. Even on the last day when you're at closing, things can change. So that's just where we're at right now. It's as simple as that. And now, since you have never bought a home, I wouldn't expect you to understand that. But anybody who has, would know that that's what happens. Even on the day of the closing, while you're sitting in the damn table, that's what's happening. Things change. Your attorney said, "No, I don't like the language of this. I don't like that." Well, they're making you pay a little bit more over here. No, that's not. That's what happens. So things do get delayed with that purposes too, because the attorney's trying to protect your best interest, not the interest of the other ones, right? So that those things happen. So I mean, as far as how do we know what no? I mean, I know I've bought homes and I've never had an attorney look over the term sheet for me to say, yeah, I like this. So that happens once they draw up the contracts.
So I think it is important to know. I hate to cut you off, Mr. HLD, because I appreciate your involvement, right? But please understand. Um, so we have been knowing this November 19th for nearly, well, let me tell you, since May, right? So they also have another, I think, another point we need to make. The materialistic part is already complete. So the venue is already complete.
They don't have a stadium in Vegas, fam.
They have a venue. I can tell you that.
They have a venue in Atlanta. That's where PBC has a venue at right now.
I
That I
can
can
tell
tell
you
you.
this fight will not happen in Atlanta. I can tell you that.
That's the reason why they're not going to just commit. For an example, if it doesn't happen with Crawford, they're not going to go and spend money to try to buy someone else out in Vegas
Well,
for
I
to
don't think it's
so
a
so so
matter of.
for a Thurman fight, because that's who's plan B. Thurman is plan B for this. If this doesn't happen, Thurman is plan B, and they'll be
I do
more than
not
happy to
believe
have
that
it in
for
Atlanta.
1 second.
That's a fact. That's a
Okay.
fact.
I do not know anything about that plan B. And that's okay. I'm not I'm not disagreeing with you on that. But I will disagree with you that there is no other venue for that specific date because I know there is.
No, there's no date. There's no stadium right now in Vegas for them to take up this fight
On
as
the
we speak.
19th.
They would have to negotiate someone who has a concert going on or something at a stadium to take them out. And
So you're
that and
saying basically we don't have a fight.
no,
No,
I'm not saying we don't have a fight.
I'm telling you,
This I do know. Spence is fighting on November 19th. That I
and
can
I can
say
tell
Where did
you
that
they
come
have
from?
another
H, where did
venue.
that come from? Hang on, Crystal. Where did that come from?
because that's what PBC has for him to fight. Whether it's going to be Crawford or not, we don't know that. That's why
Let me
Thurman
be
is Plan B.
let me be specific. Uh, did Steven Espinosa say that? Did Errol say that? Did Derek James say that? Who said that? Where's that coming from?
Let's say how everybody says on this YouTube thing, on the sauces. From the
If Ray
sauces.
Jackson is your
Well,
assassin,
here,
you
here,
should
here.
not
Let
believe
me, let
him.
me, let me, let me tell. No, my God, no. I don't know who Ray Jackson is. Everything that you guys heard right now, the tweet, whatever it was, yesterday, Coppinger, an hour before he came on Max Unboxing, I had informed about the problems that's going on with Crawford and still not signing over the deal. So when Coppinger came on Max Unboxing, I already knew he was on there. He was talking about the same thing I already knew, which is
Well,
basically they're he himself said I would not confidently say that this fight is happening.
no, you can. No one can say it is confident 100% happening until it's obviously signed, right? This is the problem. But I do not believe it is one side nor the other holding it up in particular. I think at this point we are waiting on both attorneys to comb through these contracts and make sure they fine. I know for a fact. I will tell you this. And I am not able to say my source. It is not a source. I can tell you that they do have an additional venue that is not in the Atlanta area for the November 19th date. I do know that.
What stadium is that? That we can know then, right?
I'm sorry?
What stadium is that in Vegas?
Well, I'm not sure I can say that for a fact.
Yeah, I can tell
Um,
you the one that I think. Let me see if I can find it for the one
I
in
cannot
Atlanta.
say that for a fact public. I, yeah, I,
Let's
I
see
don't
here.
want to cross that line.
Yeah, I crossed the line that I know. It's the stadium that they got is the state in Atlanta. Let's see here. Where is it at? If I have it, thought there was. If I
Well,
said,
I
oh
can
yeah.
promise you it.
The Phillips Arena?
No, I thought it was a State Farm. If I'm trying to remember, let me see if I can scroll and find my
State
shit.
Farm will not. No.
Let's see if I can find it.
But to HLD's
HLD, where you
point,
from?
Where I'm from,
Yeah.
I'm Puerto Rican. If that's what you're trying to find out.
No, I'm just curious. Like, what do HLD mean or stand for or present?
Oh, it just stands for HLD.
It's like your name.
It's
Is it cut off?
He cut out.
Uh, oh,
I
it's your
I
part.
think you'll be fine if I call him Mr. H.
did I cut off? I don't know if I. Here we go.
Yeah,
Okay,
you
there
cut
you
out.
Yeah, I can't find here the information. I mean, I got so much information from here and there.
Are you fine if I call you Mr. H?
Oh, I don't mind.
Okay.
As long as you don't be like back up.
Back-
I only do that in the club. Back off.
H, I said that because you didn't answer my question.
I
Because
understand, my friend,
it's
but
a generalized question, Clever. This is why.
I don't know what I don't even know what you just said.
Everyone know that Atani's be involved, right? But not through the beginning of the process. That's what he was making.
Okay.
And I think that when you ask him and say just answer my question, he get a bit offended because he don't know you, right? He don't know how that you communicate. I am very familiar, so I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
but Chris, it was kind of your fault. I mean, if you're calling him Mr. Culo, man, I'm like, oh shit. I mean, so it was.
No estoy, no estoy diciendo culo, estoy diciendo su nombre. Su nombre es Clever. ¿Clever? Entonces yo digo Mr. Clev.
Okay. Yeah, let me see what I'm trying to find the some more specific information for you.
So Naka, you go to the Stevenson fight?
I haven't decided yet.
I'll be there.
I
I'll
know
be
you
there.
said. I know
If
you
you could
said.
go, that's gonna be a great fight. I really think that's gonna be a great fight. That's gonna be a much better fight than the Valdez fight. In my opinion, it's gonna be a better fight.
I think the entire card will be a nice card to watch.
Where's the fight at? Oh, it's over in
It's
Newark, right?
Newark,
I,
New Jersey.
but
Newark, New Jersey.
Newark. You're not in Newark though over there, are you, Nika?
No, I'm in Miami right now.
Wepa, ¿desde cuándo?
Casi un año ya.
Hey, that's the longest sentence I've ever heard you say in Spanish. Okay. But I think that's gonna be a great fight. Absolutely. Uh, that's a good change. What we talking about with the Canelo. What I saw today from Canelo is that he definitely needs to do something about his strength and conditioning because he gassed out. That man was gassed out.
At what round?
I started noticing it a little bit after the seventh. I think is when I started like seeing
Yeah.
his and you could like you can see there's something, like, dude, there's something wrong with you, right? Like he's not getting enough oxygen is the way I see it. So and he gets all red and stuff. So I don't know. But he definitely needs to get that do something about it. Today he did not look like a world beater. He beat Triple G convincingly. But you did see like a chink in his armor today. And maybe all these fights in a row and so many, as much as he's doing, starting to take his toll. This guy's got like 60 fights under his belt, been fighting since he was 15. So, he may be young by age, but he's got a lot of miles as a fighter. So maybe they have to strategize a little bit better to prolong him to make his career a little longer. Because the way I saw him today, I don't you could see somebody beating him within the next year or so.
What about Triple G?
Triple G is still Triple G. He's still champion at 160. I mean, if Charlo wants to fight him, he could fight him, and he can probably fight him twice on Sunday and beat his ass. Because that's the way I say. He still beats Charlo, and whoever and Janabek if they want to do that. I mean, but I think he's still got some fights in him. I do. I mean,
Clever. Why are you making that face, Clever?
Come on,
You
man.
don't agree? You don't agree?
Charlo went life and death with the ice cream man. What was that guy's name? Was it Montiel or something like that? I mean, that dude. That I don't see that dude giving anybody problems. So
Triple G
of
went life
elite.
and death with Darren Shanko and Steve Rolls.
Yeah, and look how old he is. I mean, you know what I mean? Look how old he is. What's Charlo's excuse?
Somebody said they still wanted to see a trilogy with Charlo and Harrison.
I would watch it because of the shit talking. That's it.
Yeah.
Harrison, that dude is funny. That dude is funny.
Yeah, he.
That dude. If anything, yeah, he's a champion at shit talking.
Shit talking.
Oh yeah, he's good. He's good.
He a bit like the Rolly.
I'd rather see Earl and Jamel go at it than see that.
I
Jamel has
mean,
already conquered 154 and most
Clever.
likely probably moving up.
How likely is it for Spence to fight Charlo?
He could fight him right now. He's a champion in WBC, IBF, and WBA. He could petition a request and go right up.
I'm just
But
asking you.
PBC wouldn't allow that. They're not. They're gonna want to try to.
PBC wouldn't allow that.
No, they're gonna want to corral out the belts as best as they can to keep it on their side of the street. As they say.
Their side of the streets, they're both PBC affiliates.
That's my point. They're not. They rather have two champions because I think the Charlo 160. That I don't know. I feel sorry for that guy, but if you don't get his shit together, things ain't looking good for him.
Jamel's doing just fine, man. He's a killer. He's probably the number one boxer. He should be the number one boxer.
At 160?
No, I thought we're talking Jamel.
No, I'm saying that. That's why I think I know Jamal. I don't. So I just go by their weight class. 154. Charlo should probably end up moving up to 160.
Jamel.
And that'll be Jamal, and then the other one Jamal, and then Jamal. I don't know what's going to happen with this guy. Hopefully he gets his everything together. And
I can see Crawford fighting Charlo before Spence fight Charlo. At 154.
How? When? Where? And why? What?
Why not?
well, here's a little bit back to the Crawford and Spence.
Real fast,
Crawford,
real fast, sir. Why would you say that after you keep saying we're gonna have this fight on the 19th? You got it penciled in. In fact, I'm about to go write it on the calendar. That aside, hang on, I'm still going. Hang on, I'm still going. So why would he bypass Earl Spence and then fight Jamel Charlo? How is
You
that gonna work?
misunderstand again. After Spence Crawford happened, I can see Charlo Crawford prior to Spence.
That's not what you just said moments ago.
Yes.
You said I could see him fighting Charlo over Earl before
Charlo versus Spence.
At the end of the day, the one thing I do know is, is it more likely that it's going to happen? Yeah, because Crawford, he truly has no options. He has no options. He's got to sign with PBC, and that's it. There's nothing else. What he's going to go to DAZN? Because he's not going to go back to Top Rank. They have nothing there for him, and he's suing them. He's not going to go to DAZN because they got nothing there over there for him. So what's the other network that can give him fights at 147 or at 154? That's
I don't
at PBC.
think he'll stay at 147. I say he go up to 154 after the Spence fight.
And where are all the belts at 154?
I believe they at PBC.
Exactly. So that's why I'm saying that he's most likely has to this fight with Spence is more than likely going to happen because he has no other place to go. There's not
Right, but
another home for him.
I don't necessarily believe that he have to sign a multiple fight deal with them. However, I would believe and I wouldn't be opposed if he do.
Well,
Oh,
the bilateral rematch clause is gonna be in this contract. That we do
Right.
know. So it's
Right.
gonna be it's a 2 fight deal. So
how come you
that's
don't think he's gonna find multiple fight deals, Crystal?
well. Okay. I thought you were asking me. I'm saying at minimum it's gonna be 2.
Right.
Right.
I will agree with that. At minimum it will be two. But I'm not opposed to him signing for more if he so choose. However, um I can see him choosing not to also because he kind of do his own thing now. He big enough he can do that.
Hmm.
Unfortunately, I don't think he's big enough for much of anything. The guy,
Well, I
the guy,
think
the
that's a
guy, the guy, the guy's not a Canelo. He's not an AJ. The guy, he doesn't have power because he doesn't put butts in the seats. That this is when it comes to boxing, it's we all talking about everybody talking about ducking. No, it's professional boxing is a business. It's first and foremost. It's about making money, and then competition comes second. Competition helps sell, then yeah, we'll add that on. But if it doesn't, they'll do like what they do with Tank, for an example, fighting Mickey Mouse fighters, and they still make money. And that's good for him. I mean, it's but that's professional boxing is not, it's not about competition first. It really is a business, and that's what takes, a priority. So Crawford. That said, he doesn't sell, and it's not because he's not a great fighter. It's just some people are more marketable than others. Some people are charismatic. He unfortunately has like a dry toast personality,
well, I think that's
and
partially your opinion, right? Because I think if we look at the numbers, his gates are much bigger than other folk gates. Um, Potentially we can have the argument that PPV sales are not as high as Spence. I'll agree with you on that. But let's look at the gate, right? So I don't know that that's 100% fact. It's very
well, when
difficult to
his own
start looking
promoter,
at the
when
and
his
I'm
own
not fixing to say that he personality is poor. If you know him, he personality is not. He don't want to be the trash talk on a regular basis. This is not the personality he have. So he a
we know
very
that,
right. So I mean to say that he not marketable or whatever, you can say all of that shit all day long about any fighter. But at the bottom of the day, the man get paid. He do his business well. He got paid large amount of money from Top Rank. We all know
Yeah,
his
and
age is.
What did Bob Arum say? That he lost money. He could have bought houses and mansions because he lost so much money on
Do you put a
Crawford.
100% belief in that?
Hey, I'm just saying that he at least put out that he lost money.
Okay, you can believe that if you want, but the fact of the matter that I believe is that Terence Crawford outgrew Top Rank. Right? They can no longer support. They did not live up to the contractual obligations they were supposed to, so therefore they cannot support
They
him
missed out on
because he
one
is
deal. I
too
think on
grown.
one fight is what they missed out on, if I'm not mistaken, was that he was supposed to fight twice a year, and I forgot what year it was that he didn't fight. They didn't give him that extra fight. To my understanding, that's about it. But
A minimal of two fights that I
right,
know for a fact.
right, 2 fights,
Yeah.
and there was one year where they didn't do that. I think it was.
Well,
Um,
without seeing his contractual obligations, I can tell you there was one of those fights was rather large that was not able to happen.
well, as I say, I think these guys, like as far as the fight gonna be happening, it's more than likely, it's more than probable. But is there a hard stance that this has to happen by this next week? Yeah, it does. You need time to promote a fight. You're only 8 weeks out. Especially if they're trying to make their money on this fight, it's just not gonna happen. A month
Say that
away.
last part again, H. Say that last part again.
The typical route of promotional of a fights are 8 weeks
No,
at
no, 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 no,
minimum.
no. The money part, sir. The money part that you mentioned.
to promote the fight to make to try to bring in the most amount of dollars. You mean?
I guess that's what you said. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you need 8 weeks so they can make their money on this fight. I mean, yeah,
But if we
and
look at it, they are just now announcing other fights that are happening in the November month. So I don't think it's too late.
what fight have they has been announced for the November date?
They
Just
just announced
last week,
November 5, right?
and they announced it last week, right?
Right. So this is two
So
weeks
that's eight.
after.
So that's 8 weeks. Today we're already at today's the 18th. So
Who's
we're
fighting on the
really
5th?
On the 5th of October.
Who's
There's a
fighting on the 5th?
the zone card that day.
Oh, I thought you were referencing PBC for the 5th, but okay.
Perhaps there is one on that day also. I don't have my calendar right here in front of me at the moment, but yeah, I think the time is getting near. The fight will have to be announced shortly. There's no doubt in my mind about that.
And if it's not,
If it's not Mr. Cliff, I'm fixing to fly my happy fat, what do they call it? Fat pug ass out there to your face to say you was right.
damn.
I see.
I am true to my word.
That's all right.
Hey, man, are you single, man? I mean, hey, she's coming out to see you.
It won't be for that.
but but I mean, and all said and done, I mean, let let's hope this fight does happen. I mean, it's what the majority of the fans want.
Yeah, I
Uh,
would agree with that. I think the boxing fans win.
the hardcore fans really win because as far as being a huge fight, it's not a huge casual fight. A lot of people don't know these guys, but as far as the hardcore fans and everybody on this YouTube community that follows them, they're hardcore and that's awesome. You know what I mean? But
I think it will
uh,
be sold out.
oh, I mean, yeah, the stadium will be the stadium will be sold out. I have no doubt about that. Um, you know, but as far as what numbers and all that stuff, let's hope it's gonna be good numbers. But I personally don't think it's gonna be no more than 500,000 and really more closer to 400,000 pay-per-views. That this fight has a potential, but if they keep on dragging, not promoting it to try to get the casual fans is really the ones who come in and really shell out this money.
There's many casual fans that I have run into that support this fight, and they know these fighters. I think the build-up is already there. I don't think there's a massive requirement of 10 city travel entertainment. Let's
Oh, that
market.
hasn't happened in 30 years.
No, that is not necessary. And so to an extent, I agree with you that there will be some folk who don't know, but that's because boxing is not the NFL. The NFL is probably more widely watched in the United States. Both fighters are from the United States, so the fact of the matter remain that with the illegal streaming devices that folks are using, we don't know the pay-per-view numbers. I don't give a shit about that. I just want this fight to happen so I can be there and say it happened.
Yo, wasn't it funny that you were hearing? Oh, that was you see through the communities and everybody talking about this Canelo Triple G fight. Oh, I didn't want to see that fight. Nobody wants to see that. You see the weigh-ins yesterday, there were like 10,000 people at the weigh-ins.
Absolutely.
I'm like,
They say there's no buzz, but there's
yeah,
people everywhere.
yes. I was like, wow, look at this. So and a lot of not a lot of casuals were stars were there too. I mean, I saw Chappelle was there. I saw Joe Rogan was there tonight, and he showed a few other people. But I was like, wow, it really was packed. Well, anyway, that's my 2 cents for tonight. Nika, thank you for having me on.
Thanks for coming on.
Sorry for being rude momentarily. Sorry, my man, Mr. Reeves. Just I command respect when spoken to, and if that's all. Crystal, un placer. And everybody have a good night. Hit the
You
subscribe
too.
button
Thank
and
you.
like. Ciao.
Bye. I'm gonna go ahead and end this. It's 2 o'clock in the morning over here.
Ooh.
Yeah. So.
Damn, is that late? Damn.
Yeah.
We'll check you later, Naka.
All right. Have a
All
good
right,
night,
You
Krista
too.
and
ladies. Y'all be cool.
Clever.
Yep. See
Bye.
you later.